CherryWood Finds a Home, written by Joyce Marie, illustrated by Cashel Barks. CherryWood lived in the deep, deep woods of his native land. Many times CherryWood would hear the sounds of the drums, various kinds of sounds from afar. CherryWood's leaves would move from side to side, back and forth, as he listened to the sounds of the drum beats coming from afar. All the other beautiful trees would join in, moving with the beat. They would clap their leaves together, creating a wonderful sound. One day, CherryWood heard strange sounds, buzzing sounds, and it didn't sound like the same beat he was used to hearing. It was the sounds of trees falling to the ground. To CherryWood's surprise, a man in a blue and white striped overalls and a red cap began to cut him down. The man put him in a big old red truck with a pile of large tree logs that he was not familiar with. What a sad day for CherryWood. The tree sap ran down as he was cut down and taken from his roots, his native land. He was leaving all his tree friends behind. He waved goodbye. While riding in the truck with many different shapes and sizes stuck by poking branches, CherryWood began to feel uncomfortable. He thought about how he would never be able to hear the many wonderful sounds of the drums in the deep, deep woods. He wanted to be back in his native land with his tree friends and his roots. CherryWood heard the other tree logs saying that they were on their way to be chopped up and made into tables and chairs. They made fun of CherryWood's rich red and gold color. They laughed, saying all he would ever amount to was a cheap old door. CherryWood told himself, "I'm valuable. They just don't know it yet." He chose to ignore them and to think instead of the good times he had enjoyed with his friends. He remembered their happy dancing to the sounds of the drums. He felt himself getting sleepy, for the ride was very long. Suddenly, the truck hit a huge bump in the road, and out tumbled CherryWood. Not knowing where he was, CherryWood saw nothing but green grass and a few trees. His friends were not there, and he could not hear the sounds of the drums. He thought, "How am I going to get back to my native land?" CherryWood laid on the side of the road, and it began to rain. The rhythm of the rain made him think of the deep, deep woods and drum beats of his native land. CherryWood heard a tap, then a tap, 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 tap. He felt freedom as he moved in rhythm to the beats. One thing about CherryWood, he was a very good listener and recognized each of the various sounds. He kept on dancing, moving happily through the green, green grass, not looking where he was going. He ran right into a big, big bump. "Ouch!" CherryWood yelled in surprise. He was bark to bark with a huge tree that had been standing all alone. "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bump you." The big tree replied, "It's okay. I'm a tough old piece of wood. That's why they call me Mr. Oak. What is your name and what brings you here?" "CherryWood is my name, and I'm on my way back to the deep, deep woods, where I can join my tree friends and hear their many different drum beats," Mr. Oak said. "It's a long way, Cherry, but you will get there. Make this journey your chance to grow. Everyone needs to grow." CherryWood nodded. "Yeah, you're right," Mr. Oak smiled, saying, "I've been waiting a long time for someone like you to come along and add meaning and value to my life. It gets lonely out here, miles away from friendly trees like you, Cherry. There's no one to talk to. Why don't you just settle here and we can grow together? We'll be here for a long time. Who knows? Maybe there will be more trees sprouting soon. CherryWood was so glad to know he was accepted. Mr. Oak was nice, not like the hard bark, poking branches, noisy and hurtful trees that had bullied him in the truck. He chose a cozy spot right next to Mr. Oak and put down his new roots there. They became true friends. Every once in a while, they danced to different drum beats, making their own sound in harmony with the rain and the wind.